Hi all, it's November the 21st, 2024. Changing snowblower belt on my friend's Husqvarna Rider 322 all-wheel drive. This machine's much like the Husqvarna all-wheel drive 175. My friend had an 80-inch belt on here. I believe it was way too tight from the way I put it on there, and it definitely was way too tight. To put tension on the belt just took far too much strength. So I did some research and found the snowblower online that supersedes this one, and that number on that showed me a number that supersedes to this number at the local Husqvarna dealer in town. So I'm putting a slightly longer belt on here. To change the belts, you need to relieve the tension on the rear tensioner. For the intermediate belt, I just used a block of wood. Then I carefully take the tension off. Watch your fingers. You're gonna have a guard in here that's bolted down with these two bolts right here. You can lift out the steel guard, take the tension off the belt. Then there's a 13mm bolt right there. You take that out, and there's a guard here that protects the belt, that keeps the belt from coming off. Let's say it were to come off. Anyways, make sure this guard goes in this position. If you bring it too far this way, it'll hit the front differential, which will cause vibration and maybe put a hole in your front differential. So make sure you put the guard in this position where it's clearing the front differential and clearing your belts. And then you can take your belts off and then put the guard back on, tighten your 13mm bolt and put a bit of Loctite on it if you want. Don't break that bolt off. I'm sure there's a torque setting for it. Another thing I encountered when I first got this machine, there was a bolt down there and there's a slot, and he had taken the belt off that was frayed and he tightened it up over in the other position, so I couldn't get the belt off because the differential was way too close to the pulleys. The pulleys were in that direction, so too close to the differential. Once I slackened that bolt off and brought it all the way to this side, I could easily take the belts off. So if you have a problem with clearance, that's a bolt that's important to know about. Once you have that bolt positioned to the right side of the machine, tighten it up. And then your block of wood, you can pull out to put your tension back on your intermediate belt. And taking this handle, carefully watching your fingers. There we go. I put that in there. Make sure the cable goes underneath that steel bar right there. Then you can put your piece of steel guard back in there with your two bolts. As for torques for everything, you can look up torque charts for certain size bolts so that you don't over torque your bolts. And the shoes here on the snowblower that supersedes this one is said to have the thickness of a 2x4 or 38mm under that knife edge of your snowblower. Well, my friend, he said he wanted a 1/2 inch minimum, so I put pieces of 1/2 inch plywood under there and adjusted his shoes to fit. Also, this had slipped up due to vibration, so I loosened it off, moved it back down, and tightened it back up to put the correct tension on that chain. And again, I didn't have the manual for this one, so I just tightened it back up to where it previously was by the old marks. So again, thank you for the guys and ladies that posted online pictures and a bit of text. on threads about this machine. And so I made this video since I couldn't find one. I hope this video helps somebody else. And have a great Christmas season. Happy New Year. Just filming this from 100 Mile House, BC in the Caribou, or in Canada, I should say. We call our area the Caribou Chilcotin in BC, Canada. Thank you.